Hello, Teaquilters. Today is Saturday, April 6th, 2024. It is after 8 p.m. Central Standard Time because I'm late. Ugh. I just dropped my snips. I just got home and I changed clothes really fast. I haven't even been in this room since Wednesday. So, we got some stuff to do. Let's see. Let's see. I'll pull you all up on this phone, maybe, hopefully. It's at 100%, so I don't need it plugged in. Okay, Teaquilts live. All right, today I'm going to be working on t-shirt quilt, I guess, because I haven't prepared anything else, and I haven't been in here to even do anything. So, it's going to be a journey. Just going to oil this Bernina from the top so I don't have to take it all apart. And then when I get my little self situated, we'll chat a little bit. Got to get the work done first. Just oil it from the top. And I think I oiled it like right before I started on the t-shirt quilt. Oiled it, cleaned it, but I just want to put some oil in here. So it's not... Okay. All right. Put this on. All right, let's see who's in the chat. Whew. Let's see, Melody Kiefer, Guess Who Nancy, Maddie Barnum, Vivian Calvey, Michelle the Quilter, Janet McCarroll, Joanne Parker, Deborah Holloway, Bonita Nance, Zandra, Gloria Jean, and T. Roberts, and Susan Harriet Franklin, Chaplain Gail Cheatham. Bonita says she's cleaning up the sewing studio, taught 2 classes at my quilting ministry about quilting with accuracy. Okay, just trying to make sure I'm getting it right. Dee Branson's here. Irish Sail Lady is here. Darcy's here saying hi, Tea and Quilters. Remember to give Tea your thumbs up and subscribe. If you are new here, also hit that notification bell for notifications, and also check out her Facebook page, Teaquilts LLC. Also remember to answer the 4 questions so you can get into the group quickly as well, rather than not at all. Because I have been declining. I'm tired of checking Facebook pages to see if you are a quilter or not. If you don't answer the questions, I'm just deleting them. And I want to pin Darcy's message. Remo JS is here. Good evening, Miss T and Quilter. Show your love and support. Subscribe. You won't be disappointed. So yay. So welcome everybody. What am I? About almost 10 minutes. Well, not 10 minutes. Maybe about 7 minutes late today. Had a friend come in. She's in town from Atlanta. I got yesterday to take her out for lunch. We went to Cooper's Hawk Bar and Winery, or Restaurant and Winery. I'm not sure how they got it labeled, but we went there, had a good time. It is a chain restaurant, but the food is good. It's not like Applebee's quality. It is on a higher scale, and you're going to pay a lot more money for it too. So but we enjoyed that. And then today, her and one of her friends, which I do know, I've met her before, I just don't, we are acquaintances, I guess, because I see her at ball games and events that we go to. So both of them have birthdays early April, and so they celebrate their birthdays together sometimes. So it was a major year. So I went to that. It was at an Irish pub and bar. And I had a good time. The food was actually really good. Every time I've gone to an Irish pub, the food has really been good. So that was really cool. So I had a good time. I'm just late getting back. And then it was, of course, across town. Everything's across town because I'm on the other side of town. On the part of town that's going into Illinois, okay? So I'm always having to drive far to get to stuff because of where I'm located. Judy Hebert is here saying hi from Georgia. Hello, hello. And Sue GSD, this is the stress lady. She about to become my stressor. She says, hello, tea and quilting families. Welcome to allergy season. Well, that's number 1. I make sure I took allergy medicine today and yesterday. She says 80 days around the world and 80 days to 2024 quilt retreat. Girl. Yep, it's coming up. Kim R is here. Welcome, Kim. Julie from Wisconsin, Julie M, saying happy Saturday night from Wisconsin. So yes, so welcome everybody to the chat. What have I done? Not a thing. I forgot to do desk work since I was in here Wednesday. Thought about it today, but I didn't have time to do anything about it. I have been quilting. I quilted 2 charity quilts and then one quilt for somebody, a customer. And I got another one loaded today, and I was having some thread breakage. I don't know what that's about, so I got to figure that part out. So I'll be working on that as well. Yeah, this week mostly has been like getting my long arm machine up and running and then testing it out and then quilting quilts. And that's what my April is going to mostly be, is getting quilts quilted. I got I think I counted 6 customers early this morning. I was on doing a live because I couldn't sleep, and I just put the camera on for a spy cam while I was just doing some machine quilting. I couldn't fall asleep, so I didn't know if it was because I had the quilt to do or what, okay? So I went and got the quilt off the frame. I probably got to sleep. I think I got off the live like right around 4 or 4-ish, somewhere in that neighborhood. And then I probably fell asleep about maybe 5-ish, something like that. As I can never go right to sleep after being active like that. But I slept pretty late. I got up, went and checked my post office box. I didn't mail anything out. I do need some stuff I need to mail out, but I'm like, maybe it'll just wait till Monday because I need to take photos of some stuff too. So Maybe I'll wait till Monday and do mailing. And I think that's it. That's all I've been doing. Um, let's see. More names are popping up here. Let's get these people checked in. Jim Bennett. Hope you got some rest. He was up with me. He said he's a night owl too. So we had about maybe 30 people that were live at the max. People were in and out, in and out. So at the max, we had like 30 people at one time in the middle of the night, because I got on about maybe 10 minutes to 2. It was one something. I don't know what the something was, but it was one something in the morning that I decided. I had been in bed since like 10 because I was trying to go to bed early because I knew I had something to do today, and then I was going to try to get that quilt done. So I ended up going and get the quilt done because I wouldn't fall asleep. So yeah. So, but it was quite a few of the regulars up, and then I saw some people that other countries that were coming to the chat. So that's a nice thing also about doing midnight chats, because it's like noon their time compared to being midnight over here, and so they can't make my regular chats because of the time and all of that. So hey, Sharon Lewis. Thank you. She says her rents paid. She's hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't already, please go hit the thumbs up button for me. I appreciate it. Today I decided to wear a dress, and I have not put on like stockings in how many years? I can't even tell you. Probably since 2015 when I had my retirement party. Okay. Because since I don't have to work, I don't buy stockings anymore. But I was going to wear a dress. I wanted to wear a dress today because I actually like dresses, and I don't know why I just don't wear them. So I decided today I was going to wear a dress, and I had on black stockings, and then I wanted to wear my black ankle boots or whatever. How come these nails I got, they so raggedy? They don't tore up my stockings. I'm trying to be cute, and my stockings just won't let me, but I put them on anyway. I had on a calf length dress, so it covered most of my leg anyway. I just put it on anyway and kept going. But it's so funny. I'm like, you haven't put on stockings in so long, and then you pick the day when I'm trying to grow these nails off so I'm leaving them on because I'm trying to see where it is. But I'm like, girl, you need to go do something about these nails, and I might do that tomorrow, but I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, ruined the stockings. Okay. Kevin the quilter is here. Hey, Kevin. He's saying that prayers from my father would be most appreciated. It's been a very stressful week. So yeah, I've talked to him once, but been texting a little bit, just trying to give him some space because he's also being caregiver, making sure that the care is provided by others when necessary, dealing with family. So just trying to give him some space so he's not as stressed out, but just letting him know we're there. So prayers for him and his family would be greatly appreciated. Hey, Leetta Bryant. And people are putting in their prayers for Kevin, Darcy, and Sue, and Jean, and Sharon. So thank you all so much, Zandra and Joanne. And Leetta. And I'm just going to stop there, and then the rest of you all. Okay? Benita's asking, Miss T, can you give your opinion on longworm quilting quilts that are spray basted? Does the adhesive interfere with the needle? Not if it's dry. When you're spraying, you're supposed to like spray both layers and give them a little time to get tacky. Most of them, or some of them anyway. And then I haven't used spray basting in a long time, but I remember using it when I was quilting my quilts on this type of your domestic machines. I'm saying this type, domestic machines. I have never had a real problem with that I can recall, because I've done quite a few that I used to spray based when I was working, but it's been so long. And then spray adhesives formulas have changed, especially during COVID. I know a lot of things have changed. So I can only say from what I've had in the past, nothing pre 2015, because I ordered my long arm in 2015 and it came 2016, but I stopped quilting quilts because I knew that they were going to be, I knew that I was getting the long arm, so there was no need for me to keep quilting on my domestic machine. So I'd say probably the last quilt I quilted that was spray based, it could have been like 2012 or 2013, something like that. So, hey June Hansen, welcome to the chat. And Gorgeous Rose was live with us early this morning as well. Lots of prayers are in the chat for you, Kevin, so I hope you're reading those. Vanessa Brown is here. Hey, Vanessa. Becky Bramlett. She's crocheting, saying it's cold, but she's here. Thank you, T, for hitting that thumbs up button. And Sheila Willis just came in as well, saying good evening to everyone. And I think that's it. So the last time I was here, I have not done a darn thing, okay? I was supposed to cut these down. They are not. This is my row number 2. Let's see. If so, should be 17. 8 and 8 is 16, so 8.5. So they should be 8.5 minus a half, so 8. I don't know. 8.5. Let me see if I've got this ruler is 8.5. What's this square up ruler size? I don't even know if I can do that on this board or not. 7, 8.5. Because I need these to be 17 edge to edge. See what I can do. And that's what I currently have. Oh, I know I wanted it to be 15 edge to edge, so I need 7.5 because I want to put the frames on them. See, that's why you should do stuff when you're thinking about it. So I want to put 7.5 on my seam line, because 7.5 and 17.5 is 15. So yep. Okay. I wasn't going to put a frame on these at first, but I do want to do that. So I'm just doing it the hard way because I don't have enough room to cut the whole thing here. Doing it the I don't have enough space way. And pull you down so I can get the top. And just keep everything centered. All right, that's 2. Says, I see all of the prayers and it is very comforting. Thanks, T-folk. That's from Kevin. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, I need 7.5 here, 7.5 there. And then, why are you not 7.5 right there? Okay, let's go back to the previous corner I just trimmed. Because something ain't right. 7.5. This 7.5 is correct. 7.5, 7.5. Seven and a half, 7.5. And I need 7.5. One more again. One more again. And this thing, it lines up everywhere else but this last 7.5, which is weird because everything else lines up to 7.5. Like, hello. Hello, people. I have no idea what that's about. We just gonna have to make it fit, okay? While you cut your pieces right the first time. All right, let's see. Been cutting. See who else has come in. Carol Williams is here. Stephanie Harris saying hi. June says she paid her rent on the way in. Sharon says, T, how many projects do, girl, I don't know. Do you typically work on? Do you try and complete a quilt top before moving to the next project? If I'm sewing on live stuff, I try to finish what I'm sewing on the live. I may be behind the scene working on something else. But I found that what you start on the live almost needs to be finished on the live. Oh, I'm like, where's the other block? So it just depends. So I have quite a few things going. Sometimes I have stuff going for my quilt guild. So it just depends. I haven't done anything lately that my quilt guild is doing. And then I also have Scrap Club, and I haven't done anything for the Scrap Club. This is my first year not doing anything for the guild and the Scrap Club. I don't know what my problem is since I've come back from this one's, it's like one of these is crooked and I don't know why. This one's crooked. The first one up, I haven't even trimmed anything. It's like, how can you be crooked? Okay, so my seam in the middle is a little crooked. Let's see. I'm gonna pull you over on this one. Okay, so I'm gonna pull you over and we're gonna make you work, baby. So yeah, I do work on quite a few projects at a time. A lot of things going on. My main thing is that, you know, I have so many things that I do. I do quilt lectures, teaching classes that's not on YouTube. And then I have YouTube. That's why I haven't done any video. I've been doing some recording, but I haven't had time to do any editing. I changed when I upgraded my computer, my long arm machine with the upgrade. I lost all of my files. So now I got to install all of my files again, and that's like thousands, like 5,000. And not only do I have to install them, I can install them and use them, but I have to know what the names of them are. Otherwise, they won't be in the order of like, this is for a panto, this is for a square. Yeah, so things are kind of rough right now. So I'm doing the best I can with what I'm working with. That's all I can say at this point. I'm doing the best I can. I have a lot going on, and it can be overwhelming. When I scheduled everything, nothing was going on. Now everything is going on. So, man, here we go again with a weird measurement. Okay, we're gonna put you right there. I have no idea what in the world's going on with these measurements. 7 1/2, and then it's like 7 5/8 on the other end. Okay. I don't know what's up with that, but that's what we're working with. All right. Put this back. Janice Miller is here checking in. Shariva Henderson, Janice Miller, Win Sprinter, was also the first one on at 1 something in the morning. Yeah, it says, why that really sucks. And that's one thing I think I'm going to talk to Butler about and see if they can do something about that. I can put the files back in, but they're not in the right category. So it's kind of weird. I don't know what's up with that. And maybe I'm doing it wrong. But that's what I get. All right. I need a gray shirt that looks like what? The Stanley Cup champions. These all go together. And then I remember having some issues with these, so let's measure these. This is 7 1/2, it's 14, that's 15, so that's what my block should be. So let's see if these line up. Well, we can't go by this block, right? These two I just trimmed. We know they're a little off by at least. See, that's too long. So we don't want that. Let's see what this one length is. So these go the other way. Aren't these the same? Oh, I used my thing. My Bernina table is wrong. So I'm just framing some blocks. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. But I got to find the right size pieces. And I thought I had taken out all of them. And you know what? Now that those pieces, those blocks were big, I didn't even cut pieces for those. These piece ones. It's gonna be a long night. Okay. So we're gonna cut some pieces. Because I don't think. So this is the first block, 3rd row, which is already put together. I'm not going to worry about that either. I got so much white tone on tone print, I'm not even worried about it. I'm just going to cut some pieces the size I need. And we're going to keep it moving. We need 15s. 15 inches by 1 1/2. Let's see. Can I cut 4 of these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If it'll fit on this mat. Okay. I don't care if I use them or not. Four and 1/2 is next. That's 3 1/2. It's gonna be a long day. This is why you should cut off camera, right? 4 1/2, then 3, then 1 1/2. All right. So this is 15. I know I need at least 2 more 15s. So we'll just put these up here to have and to hold. Okay. So I'm just going to take this piece here because it's already cut to size. Since I don't have a 15-inch ruler in here, we got to compromise. We got to compromise. Cut up here to get rid of my salvages. Go down, smooth it out, and cut right here. All right. This is a long one. It's extra. All right. So I should have, well, I'm like, where are my other pieces? Let's count. 1 block, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So these are my, I think 6. Yeah. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I got an extra long one. All of these are long. I'm just going to open them up and make sure they all match. Whoops. This is not. That's short. It might be the piece that was like short a little bit. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this is 6. So these are all long. All right, put a pin in you and stick them over there. Is there some more pieces in the bag maybe? I don't know. These are the t-shirts I'm working with. Okay. Okay. It's like I don't have enough size 15 cuts. And this says it's the 3rd row. 1st row, 3rd block. I've already done that. For some reason, whatever I had didn't line up. So, I'm gonna stick a pin over here for that because I can use those pieces. This is 4th row. 1, 2, 3, 4, second block. And I've got all 4 pieces for that. Okay. And I think that's it. Okay. So whatever was going on the first row, yeah, those can be my long pieces if I'm short. So I know I'm going to need long pieces. So I need to cut, because I still need 15s, because I didn't cut the 15. So I cut 2 sets, thinking that was going to be enough. Or did I just cut 1 set? I cut 1 set. So let's cut another set of 15s. Okay. Let's see. I'm over here not even reading, paying attention, okay? Let me go back. Brenda Perkins is here. Claudette Bettis is here. T, do you have different quilting patterns for each block? Yes and no. It's not, you don't, I guess you can, because see, that's the hard question. You can say you've got a churn dash block. You can buy a quilting design that will fit, or you can buy quilting designs, as in plural too, that will fit inside of that churn dash block. However, that same design could go over any block. You just resize it to whatever size you want it to be. So technically yes and technically no, but most times I'm buying block designs. I'm not buying them to necessarily sit into any particular type of block. I'm just buying it because I like the design. And then I can take that block, if I'm doing custom quilting, I can put that block over the software block. I can make it fit as close as I can into the spacing of the block that I currently have. Or you can take units. Say I have a churn dash block and I have half square triangles. I can use a half square triangle design, or I can use a rectangle design, or I can use a square design, and I can put those different pieces, or different, even on both sides of the half square triangle, I could put something different as well. So it just depends on what your goal is, what it is that you're doing. So yes and no to that question. I buy designs based on if I like them or not. And then you can also buy designs that you can put inside of your Dream Big panel. It's so many things that you can do. It's 8:42. Taking my first stitch. Quilts by Carmel is here. Hey, Joe Carmel. Talking about I enjoyed your 0 dark 30 long arm quilting video. See, I don't know what time it was over on her side. She too funny. Yep, I was just being goofy. And I needed to clean up. I had knocked my trash can over. I had to leave and knocked it over, hit it with my knee. So I was cleaning that stuff up, cleaning up stray threads and things like that too. So, okay. I'm going to put you on 2.0. I keep forgetting that. 2.5, because I normally sew on 2.0. Yeah, because it's like taking forever. to get down the seams. It's like, no, we got things to do. All right. So June says, T, did you get some sleep today? I watched your early morning quilting show. Was good. Thank you. I did go to sleep about 5-ish. And I slept to, I had set my alarm to get up at 10, but I was like, no way, Jose. So I ended up sleeping a little bit longer, maybe till 11:30-ish, something like that. Knowing that I had some stuff I had to do. Did I eat today? Yeah, I did cook me something to eat, but it was about 3 o'clock. Even though I knew I was going out to eat at 5, I didn't want to be dependent upon somebody to feed me. Because I didn't want to be hangry. So I ended up making me something to eat. And then check the post office box. And then I put that quilt on the frame. So I had some things to do. I got the quilt on the frame, was quilting the first row, and the thread broke twice. And I'm like, I don't have time for this. And so it's just been sitting there ever since. So I got things to do. And this is not one of them. All right. So still with the 15, I need 15-inch on this side. I knew I didn't cut them for this because they totaled up without needing a sashing, but I want to put a frame. I'm doing a frame and a sashing on most of the blocks, and sometimes when I had pieced the other blocks, I should have just left them alone and put them in the quilt, but you know, making more work for myself. So then I forgot, because I wasn't putting sashing on them, I didn't cut it. And I still don't know where my 15-inch sashings are, because I'm like, I know I had some. So, whatever. We will keep cutting fabric until we get to the end. So, I got one more that needs a piece on the side. So, I will get that off the front after this one. All right. This shirt here needs the other side. Dang, we had high winds over 40 miles out there. We're having a thunder and lightning and it's raining. Constant Claggy? I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Saying hello to everybody. Welcome to the live chat, Constance. Appreciate you commenting. Mona Dear What is here. Hey, Mona. Dorsey's reminding people that if you're leaving, coming in and out of the chat, make sure you hit the thumbs up button for us, please. We really appreciate it. Right now, I'm not going to cut anything, so let me move this over. I'm going to need that 15-inch strip cut again because, you know, I don't have any more. I don't even know if I can get another 15 off of here. It's just short. It is just short. That's okay. We'll sew something together later on and make them work if we need to. So I'm just using this last 15 strip because I have a long ruler in here, but I don't have space to pull it out and cut, okay? I do have a long ruler. I have to use it back there, but then I got stuff sitting there. So I just want to make sure I have one before I sew the last one in. So I just made 2 15s. All right, sew this on. So when we get to the next row, I'm gonna need 2 more 15s for the next row. So I wanted to, well, 3, talking about 2. Well, I need 2 more. I need a set of 3. This is the one that's got, I'm gonna have to put a pin. It's got a little bit of the seam allowance, and it just makes it move a little bit. So I'm gonna have to pin this end so it doesn't move on me. All right. Don't want any mishaps. I already got enough going on. Today I did not come in here and check my project like I normally do before I go live. All right. It's gotta get better. Put this up, move this in the back. I got the case right there, but why put it in the case? You know, just put it in the back. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's see. Oops, I still got one connected. All right, let's press these so I can do top and bottom. Okay. So what projects are you guys working on today? These are patches, embroidery patches, so I don't have to worry about getting my iron on them. That's the nice thing about the patches. Well, that's one. This is 2. Nobody sewing today? Mona says she has an hourglass border, but quit for tonight. Okay. So that's cool. Taking a break. These are the long ones over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 6 of those. Put them in here. And Stephanie says she's just watching tonight. It's been a long and tiring day. Girl, join the club. I had a good time. I ended up ordering margarita. And I forgot to tell them no salt, so it was salty because the salt was running all in the inside of the glass. I forgot. It was my fault. I thought I was ordering a daiquiri, and I told the lady a margarita, and I knew I did it. So now I'm drinking salt that I don't want. I'm not a salt lover like that. And then I got the drink, and I could swear I couldn't taste any tequila. So then I went back and had her just bring me a shot of tequila, and then I put it into my bag. Put it into my drink myself. I had my friend drink it after I put it in there. She said, "But this thing is strong." I said, "Well, it was like water before." I didn't want to order another drink because I felt like they were just going to put more ice in there. They putting more ice than anything else. So I wanted, if you're going to give me a drink, give me a drink, you know? And they were reasonably priced too. I've been places and paid a whole lot more for a glass that size. So let's put this, press this before my iron goes out. Just doing top and bottom frames at this point. I do need to, I thought I was going to be sewing today and you know, sewing on these, trying to get these done, because these are going to be up on my things to quilt next, because I want to get these out to the person who commissioned them. And I still got at least one t-shirt quilt I haven't heard from the other person. And then I was talking to some people tonight at my friend's party, and some people want stuff made, so we'll see if anything comes of that. It takes people a while to figure out what they're going to do. Or she'll contact me in November and ask me, can I have it by, you know, Christmas. I'm just going to pin these on, pin that one on. And then sew this one down. I am going to just kill myself with these scissors. Remo says she's just watching me. Now, Remo, I cannot believe that you don't have something to do, because you always have a project you're working on. That I find hard to believe. And Claudette says she's working on a quilt for the senior center, so that's awesome. Okay. Okay. This strip is not long enough. Okay. But this one is. So I am like completely like, what in the heck is going on here? Okay. Okay. Remember last time I was having stuff and it was like 1 inch too short. But then these right here fit. So those fit. Let's see if these fit. These fit. So these down here are 17 inches, which is what I need. All right, let's try this again. I want to be able to hold on to this thread tail. Okay. This is just gonna fall off because I had to cut it. So those up there either need to be cut down to 15 and a half, however many of those I need, or add 1.5 inch square to them if I need them for the top and bottom. So we shall see. We'll do it as we need it. Okay. this one has it on the top, needs it on the bottom. Let's see. Kim is sewing together blocks into rows. So boring, not my favorite step of the process. Darcy says, I'm working on a wall hanging for the month of May that is decorated with flowers. That sounds pretty. And Constance says, I've been reorganizing for more space because I am really small room, putting up a few shelves so I can move plants off work areas. So that's good. Stephanie is laughing at me. Darcy is talking to Constance. And Janet says, been sewing most of the day, relaxing and watching you. And then Chaplain Gail says, hey love, any tips or recommendations for restoring old quilts? And any thoughts about backing and batting to keep quilts value? I have several old unfinished quilts given to me that I hope to restore. I'm not really the expert on that. If you're trying to keep a quilt's value, you almost, if you're saying that you've had a quilt's been appraised and because of the fabrics that are in it, it's valued at such and such because of the design, the workmanship, blah blah blah, you need to keep to period fabrics. And there are people that restore quilts that have period fabrics that they use, and you know, of course they charge whatever they charge. I don't know what that is. It's not my specialty, but you can like, instead of taking a quilt apart, you could just hand sew over the top and then put the stitching, the quilting back through the entire thing. I don't know if I'd necessarily take anything apart. I would just like reproduce that shape and just applique it, like hand applique it onto the quilt top and then go back and redo the quilting if I was trying to keep its value. But I'm not an expert on restoration. You're going to have to probably, like I said, there are people that do that for a living. I've got the books that tells me when something, so that something can be dated. Like if you find an old quilt, I got a book. It's more than one book. It's probably 3, something like that, that will tell you what period those fabrics are in. And they're not the actual fabrics. They're just photocopies of the fabrics. I got that from AQS years ago. I'm not, I don't know if you all notice, I'm not really, like if I find an antique quilt, instead of me buying it, I will most likely take a picture of it and then I will make that quilt myself. And that's because I'm not a reproduction lover. And so then I can modernize it by getting other fabrics, brights, you know, for the most part. So while I do like the patterns, I'm not somebody that would necessarily buy the quilt because I don't necessarily like the fabric. So I'll put it in something that I like. Shut up, Kevin. She says, while I'm watching you, I'm also picking which African fabrics I got from you will go into this quilt. That's Stephanie. So, yeah. Oh, that's why Stephanie was laughing at me when I said I put the tequila shot in my bag, in my drink. My friend tasted it and she was like, girl, that's too much tequila. That wasn't, no, it still wasn't a lot of tequila. I'm like, did they water this down? I'm not a drinker. If I can drink, let's say a shot and a half of tequila in a drink, and I'm still walking. Yeah, right. You ain't put all that tequila in there, in my opinion. So, you know, I knew I had to come home and do the live because I didn't cancel it. I said I would just show up late. And then it's like I really didn't want to do the live. I wanted to come home and just chill, read or something, you know. Have some personal time to myself. That's what I wanted. So after I leave here, my husband made a pizza. We had pizza, toasted raviolis, and salad, and hot wings. And the food was really good at this bar. And so I ended up bringing my husband just some regular wings. He doesn't like. I brought some wings so we could eat here. So I might just get a couple wings and call it a day. And just prop up in my bed for today. I seriously doubt I'll fall asleep, but we'll see. If I fall asleep, I do. If I don't, I don't. The only thing I got to do is, I probably will not fall asleep Monday night because I got to take my car to the shop. I got to get up at 6 so I can get there by 7. All right. This one goes right there. And I need some sashings. I need 4 sashings. So we'll do all of these as well. Number 2. Now, if you are a beginner, I recommend you pin your sashings on. What I'm doing that you can't see is that I'll sew about 1 inch on, and then I'll pull out and get the end to where it needs to be. And I've got some strings here I need to get rid of. I'll pull the 2 ends to match, and then I just go somewhere in the middle and pull it, and then I sew to where my finger is. If you're new to quilting, put about 3 to 5 pins in here. I recommend 5 for beginner on a 17-inch sashing. All right, got one more here that needs one that doesn't have any, and it needs to be pressed first. So let's do that. I'm not sewing, celebrating my husband's 67th birthday. Well, happy 67th birthday to Chaplain Gail's husband. And June says she's making 9 patches in houses. I'm using my scraps for my houses. The 9 patches are white and yellow. That is so pretty. Pretty, pretty. Oops, I got to turn you the right way so we get the piece on the right side. Maybe I'll work on this tomorrow. I don't know. Sunday's supposed to be my day off. And, you know, I tell myself I'm going to take Sunday off because people think I'm supposed to work 7 days a week. And I'm like, but you don't work 7 days a week. So I try to take my Sundays off. But we'll see. I won't longworm quilt. If I have something that I can watch on television, I'll come in here and sew and watch the television. I keep forgetting to put my Roku in this room so that I can watch YouTube while I sew, but you know, it is what it is. This is the one that's on the end that needs it on both ends, but we'll press this one first. Okay, we want one on this side too. Darcy is reminding people to hit the thumbs up button, so thank you, Darcy. If you haven't already, please hit the thumbs up button for me, please. Appreciate it. And when I first started quilting, I pinned like I was pin crazy. I would pin every few inches. That's funny. It depends on what I'm doing. Like when I first started learning how to sew curves, I had them curves. I had so many pins in them curves, you couldn't even see no fabric, okay? And then I just learned how to do it. I put a pin in the middle, a pin at the beginning just to hold it so when I start it's there, and then if you need to, a pin at the end so that the ends are already matched up. But other than that, you know, I started using 3 pins sometimes too. The Lord rested on Sunday. You should be able to also. Yeah, I know, but honey, I get more emails and requests on Sunday. I was like, okay, I'm resting today. Every once in a while, I go drop packages off at the post office, things like that. But I've been making myself like take Sundays off or do what I want to do on Sundays if I'm gonna work. It's a lot. I didn't even put any water in this iron today. The nice thing about t-shirt quilts, because I'm not like making blocks, is I don't really have to worry about it as much. That's one. And I want to do this one. Sew these 2 pieces together. Alright, this is my end piece. This is the middle. Make sure everything is upright. It is. So now I can sew it together. It's laying right in its position. It's saying, if I don't lay in the right spot, she gonna get me, so I may as well do it. Just do it. All right. All right. Okay, I need 3 sashings. 1, 2, and the 3rd. Four cornerstones. Okay, and we're gonna sew these together as well. One. Okay. Put this here. Okay. That's one. Two. Make sure everything's upright. This is one of those prints that are not directional, but when you cut it up, if you got a whole lot of text going one way, I prefer to make that be the directional way, but it technically is not directional. One more here. All right, so let's start with the t-shirts. Take those off and press. And then we have the sashings. This batch of shirts, they had like all kinds of colors. They had a gold shirt, a red shirt, and yellow shirt. That's gold. Sky blue, navy blue, black, gray, maroonish red, yellow gold shirts. So they had like all kinds of colors. So I just pulled gray and white and then this blues fabric to go with it, just to keep it neutral-ish. But then I did put another piece of yellow up here and another piece of red in the other 4-patch, just to make it so that those weren't the only red in the quilt, red and yellow in the quilt. And there's a pink shirt in this quilt too, in the bottom row. So I didn't even put any additional pink because I'm thinking they definitely don't want to highlight pink. Okay. This goes over here. Make sure everything is right side up. And it is. Now we can sew these two together. So nothing super fancy. I'm going to quilt hockey on this quilt because it's a hockey quilt. And then the other quilt that I'm doing for the same customer is music. So then I'll have a music panto for that quilt. So those are done. Now we are going to get the sashings off. All right. And cut that. And we're going to sew all of these together. All the sashings, that is. And then we'll press everything. this is right side up. And right here. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this just to get it off. Okay, so this is ready to be pressed. Let's start with this. We're pressing everything towards the sashing as I've been pressing. Heidi Neighbor says, you are back in the saddle again. I watched you on the long arm at 1 a.m. Yes. This is the regular time I'm supposed to be on. At 1 a.m. I was trying to go to bed early because I had a long day planned for today. But that didn't work. So I just got on up. I'm normally up to 5. If I'm up to 5, I'm going to be reading today. I am not getting out of the bed. I'm going to go chill. If I fall asleep, I do. If I don't, I don't. I'm going to get my iPad and read. And then this last one, got to press the seam toward the sashing. Let's make sure I got everything. Yep. All right. So yeah, so I've got this as my sashing. And put that there. I gotta press this one seam. And I am gonna use some pins just so I don't have to worry about starting and stopping once I start sewing to line up stuff. I'll use the pins ahead of time. Trying to make sure I don't get on any of these, this t-shirt in the middle. Don't want to put the iron on that. If I wasn't live, I'd be walking this back to my big board. But, you know, gotta use what I got. Alright, so we want this sashing on the bottom. Want to make sure that it's right side up. So that's right side up. This is right side up. And then we flip it. So I am going to go ahead and put pins at my intersections just so I don't have to stop. Me being left-handed is nice because I don't have to put my pins all the way to the edge either. I can like take them out as I'm sewing if I want, or I can wait till the end if I want. May as well go ahead and pop one here in the middle, and then we'll let the rest ride out. Making sure all my cornerstones are in place. Cornerstone. You know, pins are not bad. It's not bad to use pins. If I had used pins, my 4 patches probably would be a lot better. Wouldn't have been off an 1/8. I am up here sweating for some reason. I got my fan on medium. Make sure I wipe my hand again. Hey, Sue Allen. Kevin, are you still in here? Okay. Got a seam wanting to come back, the seam allowance wanting to come back the other way. And we're not having that. So I don't think Kevin's in here, Bonita. That fabric is by Moda. I can't remember who made it. It's a flannel. And I do have to say that when you're using flannel for design boards, you're going to have to end up using pins the heavier your project gets. If you don't want to use pins, you need to use batting. Batting does look ugly after a while because you're going to have all the strings and stuff on it. But if you want to be able to put like a whole block up there without the block falling, without pinning, then I would recommend using batting. You can use flannel. It's easier to clean than batting. So, but that's why his board always looks nice, because it's easy to clean. But every time he puts stuff up there, he's pinning. And then he just used the foam insulation that's up on the wall that he put that on. He put that on foam insulation, Benita. All right. We need those 15-inch pieces again. All right. I cut 2 of you. So we're going to go over here and get these pieces that are too little. They're an inch too short for the other one, so they're an inch too long over here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But I better cut 1 to have an extra for the next row for measuring purposes. For measuring purposes only. All right. I'll put you up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Just so I have something to do the next row. But I just want to put this one on so I don't have to break my thread. All right, let's sew this one. You're welcome, Bonita. Okay, so this is all sewn up. So we're pressing this toward the sashing. Everything's going towards the sashing, I think. That's what I'm doing. So I'm gonna press this. We need some juice in this iron. I'm used to steam. I've been ignoring it all night, pressing the button anyway, like I'm gonna get steam anyway. But we're gonna get some steam now. Put this back on here so we can heat up again. It's not flashing, so it's already ready. This is like way too long. Did I press this other row? No. We're gonna press these at the iron, at the big board. I did not press these. So we're just gonna sew these two together. Ugh. Okay, forget the iron. We're gonna pin these together. Okay, right here and right there. I want to make sure everything's right side up. That's correct. And shake it out a little bit. I don't know why I got a pin in this, but I do. Are you trying to tell me something? Okay, and I'm gonna I'm gonna pin these too. Thank you, Remo, saying lovely. I'll show you these two rows as much as I can. Remember, my space is small. I had one row I did last Saturday, so this is row number 2. I got 4. I got 12 blocks in this quilt. So this is technically half, a little over half once I sew it, because I've got the extra sashing at the top that's already on here, and there are no borders on this one. This one's going to fit a queen size bed, so it's already the size of a queen bed with no border. So it's the width of a queen bed. Well, it's the size all over, not just the width, the length too. The one that I'm making that's queen size is they had 16 shirts, so it's a 4x4. So I'll have a border going on that one. But I thought I would be through with this one by now, but I'm not. But I'm not. Alright, so let's push you back. Sew this on, so I'll have half my quilt done. And I'll feel better. Instead of saying I've got 25% done, I now can say I have 50%, like 55% done. T-shirt quilts get heavy. So if you're doing a lot of piecing, they get heavier with the piecing in that you're adding. So that's one of the reasons. They don't pay me for that type of t-shirt quilt, so I give them the basic t-shirt rate. I'm not going to do super fancy if they don't want to pay for super fancy. So okay, I forgot to put a pin here in the middle. Put you right here right now. I wanna. All right. I'm hoping this one here can go on my frame soon. So I don't know. I have to come in here and work tomorrow if that's the case. So we shall see. Okay. That was a rotary cutter. That thing's heavy. It readjusted itself on the desk. Felt like something was trying to break my toe. Okay, we got this seam trying to push back. Nope, not today. And we're almost at the end. Okay. Gray shirt. I will put a side piece on. I haven't been reading comments. I don't know if anything's coming up. You all are. Did you get some sleep from 2 a.m. long arming? I went to bed about 5-ish, got up about 11, somewhere in that neighborhood. I woke up at 10 because I had my alarm set to make sure I didn't oversleep. But I said, no, we're not doing that when I woke up at 10. So... Yes. Oh, Ray is here saying hi. He's watching the Final Four and forgot about watching me on YouTube. It's okay. I'm not a sports person. I used to play sports as a kid. I did track. I did volleyball. And I also did gymnastics in high school for 4 years. But as far as watching, I only watch like the Olympic sports of gymnastics or figure skating, stuff like that. I might watch some volleyball, but I'm just not like a fan of watching sports. I'll go to a few games, the baseball games. That's all I'm going to is baseball games. I need a black one. That finishes off this row. And then I now have 2 rows put together. See what I'm saying? All the shirts are kind of like all over the place with color. Like light blue to white, grays. And so then I added, because on the bottom there's red and a gold. So then I added red and a gold in the 4 patches here to pull it back so that it wasn't only in one spot. And then... because that was, yeah, the maroon color shirt was there. And then here's the pink color shirt here. So they had this one too. So, I think this is just an extra piece. This one. Because it ain't been cut out, trimmed. That was the back of the pink shirt. So yeah, and then we've got this gold. So all kinds of, this says whatever it takes. I had to turn it around so I could read it. So whatever, you know, happens with this. I was trying to balance out the colors to the top of the quilt, so. But we got that. I got that. And I need this black one next. We only got like 20 minutes left for our live chat. Anybody else want to share what they're working on or have a question? Now is the time. Now is the time. You're going to have to pay extra for my singing. Thank you, June, saying pretty sashings and cornerstones. Yeah, I end up liking the quilts once they get done, even the simple ones. And then, like I said, my quilting is going to really make them pop because I'm going to have hockey scene in one and then music symbols on another. So they're going to be just pretty. So where all the t-shirt got the blank space, that's going to have the quilting in it. It turns out beautiful when that happens. Okay, we lost all our power, all our juice back here on the iron. Okay. All right, let's go over here. And go right there. Oh, okay. I thought this was the blue shirt that was in the 4th row. It's skinnier. This is the 3rd row. I was about to have a panic attack. All right. Let's cut these apart. Good night, anybody that's leaving. I haven't read the chats. Thank you so much for coming in. Make sure you check to see if your thumbs up has been pushed. Okay. All right, all right. Okay. Got this last 15-inch piece of sashing. And then we're going to have to figure out if we've got 17 inches. Right. I want the blue one first. We still got 15 minutes. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Dougie Fresh, you're on. 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 Dun, dun, dun. Dougie Fresh, you're on. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I'm cray cray. All right, I'm hoping that these are 16 inches or 17. They look like they might be a little short. Yep, they're about a, that's because they were cut for something else. So they're like a ½ inch short. They can go for 15s. One, so I got one set. I have 3 that I'm needing, so 2 more. 3, 4, so I need a total of 4 more sets. 1, so that's only 1 set. Okay, so what we're going to do is sew these pieces that are too short together over here. These are too short for 15s and 17s. So we're just gonna sew them together. We'll just have a little seam in it. It's no big deal. Cut a few pieces out of here. All right, this is one piece, not a block. One piece, not a block. So this is 2. Okay. Piece and piece. We'll cut this one. Pull the ends down for the salvages. And we'll have the salvages trimmed off of here. Okay, and then I've got one more piece I want to put on this end. I need to cut one more 17 piece so I have a template. What are these? Oh, that's a long strip I haven't cut yet. So I need to cut one more long piece. So that I will have one as a template, and that's the one we're gonna put the pin in. All right. All right. I think I got enough, do I? 1, 2, 3. I just cut 3 pieces, so where was the pieces I had before that? It's like, didn't I have some pieces? I think these are short ones. I just want to make sure I didn't put them over there. Yeah, these are the ones that were just a tad too short. This is a piece I can cut a strip off of. This one is not cut. I had another one that was not cut. And then I cut 3. This is when I'm like, where is my stuff? This is the bottom row for a special block. This I can't use. This is a long strip. Was I supposed to cut it off the long strip? I thought I did. This is it. Oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 4, 5, 6. Oh my. Oh my. Okay, I can't use my finger. You're gonna have to let me put in a pen, sir. Does EQ8 have pixel design capabilities to make a pixel quilt similar to the portrait quilts? Yes, because you can make well, you may have to do it in segments. And the only reason I'm saying that is because I think you can you have a max number of blocks that you can put into a quilt, and technically you're going to be just putting a square block in the side in a 1-inch grid in order to do that. You might can do it. See, they ask you a block size. I've never gone like bigger than like maybe 40 inches or something like that. And you can put 1-inch squares in that segment. So you still may have to do it in quarters. I think EQ is limited on how many of something you can have. And I can't remember what that is. Gorgeous Rose talking about she liked that song. That's old school, girl. Cherubia's not even better. Talk about, go ahead, T, with the singing. Deborah says good night. Good night, Deborah. Good night, June. She says very pretty. Thank you. Yeah, I think the easiest way to do it would be to create a block and then make that block whatever size, whatever number of inches you want. And if it doesn't give you grief, then you're just putting 1-inch grid lines into the whole thing. And then you just go from there. And then you can always, when you get to your design, say you want to make it a 1/2 inch, you can always make it a 1/2 inch if you want. But I don't know what EQ maximums are. But I know how you could do it. But you may have to do it in sections. Okay. I just want to press something so my iron doesn't, like, go out. We got only 6 minutes, but I need to put these on because I keep losing pieces, right? Right. Okie dokie. This part in, and then this part in. I didn't get to see my Jersey girl today. Her mama, I had called her mom earlier, and she called me back like 10 minutes before I'm trying to go live, so I didn't have time. Jersey should be asleep when I get off of here, but you know, Jersey is the queen of partying, okay? Long as you up, Jersey will stay up. You have to put her in the room, in her bed. Put on some relaxation music and just ignore her, because she will not go to sleep knowing that you are up or somebody is visiting. Bro says, yes, she grew up listening to that song. Okay. Stephanie says, are you putting saying around each block of the quilt? No. I'm using the resting places because my quilting is going to be pictorial, and that's where it's going to be popping out like hockey players in on this particular quilt. So no, I'm not putting, the quilting's going to give it the final jazz that it needs. Good night, Chaplain Gail. I'll be back on Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for 1 hour live chat, just so people know when I'll be back live. Unless I'm up in the middle of the night again, probably like Monday. I'll probably stay up all night. Man, did I have a grand day. Knocked me out, slept so good. Worked with Gil registration pre-1970 quilts for Kentucky Historical Society. So that's cool. That's Brenda Foley. She come in here. We almost on our way out. So I'm just trying to get, oh Lord, I still got another top. I got tops and bottoms to put on, so I got 4 more of these strips for the frames, and then I can just go ahead and quit. So I've got 2 minutes. I can't remember how many minutes I was late now. I was late a few minutes. It was less than 10 minutes. That I know. Why is my strip all twisted? Ooh, a boy. Okay. All right, all right. All right, all right. That's on the top already. I don't know how that happened, but it is. This one's on the top. Well, no, it's on. It should be on the top. This is what I need to cut from. We're gonna put this on the bottom. We got 3 pieces that need to be on the bottom. Woo-wee! The struggle is real. The struggle is real. It's not gonna matter which order I put them because I'm stopping here anyway. So I'm gonna take everything off because I always have to re-oil when I come back anyway. Because it's a Bernina. It is an oil guzzler. Just got 2 more of these. Alright, last one. Did I press this? Yep. I haven't pressed the top, but the bottom can go on. So I did 1 row with the sashing, connected it to the top row that had double sashing already. Uh-oh, we did it again. And so I got the 3rd row with the frames on the block. So this will go fast now. The frames take the longest. Because now all I got to do is just sew sashings and then sew a cornerstone row. So I might come in here tomorrow, watch some Sunday night television, and then finish these all. Yep. All right, and then I'll press these. I'm not gonna worry about that either today. It's just pressing. So, hey Maritza's Yarn and Craft. Good night, Shervia. Benita says 20 minutes. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I'm out. And I need to figure out where my pieces are. So I'm gonna lay all of this stuff right here. This stuff is not cut to anything that I can use right now. So yeah. I need to cut for 2 blocks. So this should be enough to cut everything I need for the frames for the 2 blocks that I need left, that I have left. Because the 3rd block in the row is a special block because that t-shirt was too narrow. So I've got wider strip here to put on there. Let's see that. So yeah. We're getting close. Hope you get a little more sleep tonight. Yes, that's what I'm finna go do. I'm gonna go get me some kind of a snack. I'm probably get a couple of chicken wing parts, and a little bit of snack or something. I don't know what. And then I'm going to bed. I'm tired. I'm going to go sit there. And if I fall asleep, that is absolutely wonderful. If I don't, I'm going to be reading. So I'm going to end here, guys. Thank you all so much for coming to live sewing chat tonight. Appreciate you guys. I will see you all on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So you all stay blessed, be safe, and quilt out, everybody.